Eddie, how are the emotions after that, mate?
Just unbelievable. I mean, honestly, what I saw there, I can't even bother to moan about the scorecards because I couldn't be prouder. I mean, listen, I know me and Junior have had our ups and downs, but unbelievable respect to him. But for my man, Conor Benn, you've just seen the beginning, in my opinion, of one of the biggest stars in British boxing, the people's champion. And for all the rubbish he's been through over the last couple of years, and I know how good and clean this kid's heart is, to see him, you know, I don't think he's quite aware yet of the response. He hasn't opened social media. You know, when he came in the change room, he's like, I said, mate, I can't tell you, you're a hero. And he's like, am I? I lost though. I said, mate, wait till you see the reception. You know, there were people that thought you won, there were people that thought it was a draw, there were people who thought Eubank won. It doesn't matter. You never stopped trying to win. And people loved that. When your back's against the wall in the 11th and 12th round, you know, and those rounds were quite crucial in the fight as well, you never stopped. You took a breath and you went again. I said, you got a heart of a lion, mate, and the British public understand that. And tonight you become a hero.
How did you have it, Eddie?
Honestly, I had it a draw. Going in after the 10th round, I had Conor Benn up by 2, and he gave away the 11th and 12th. I say he gave away. I mean, Eubank was amazing. Like, again, as much credit as I'm giving to Conor, you can't take anything away from Eubank. Like, you know, he was hurt repeatedly in the fight. He was tired, and he just came out. They went to war in the 11th and 12th, but Eubank got the better of those rounds. And when I got in the ring, you know, I looked over, my dad said, we've got this, and I had Frank Warren, Conor's won this, and DAZN had, I think, Eubank winning by a couple. I think you guys had it by 1 round or whatever. So it's like, oh, and then when I heard no split, I'm like, and then I didn't like 116, 112, I've got to be honest with you, but listen, it is what it is. We witnessed tonight a fight that makes boxing great. That's why we love the sport. And you need fighters like that, with hearts like that, to give us that kind of night. And I'm so proud of Conor Benn, honestly. And the world is his oyster now. He's a young man. You know, Eubank's at the back end of his career. We know he's been taken to hospital. The media in there said it's a broken jaw. I mean, who knows what his future holds? Conor Benn's just getting started. That was unbelievable.
I was watching you a few times during the fight. You seemed to be a wee bit frustrated with the ref at times. Do you think he managed it to
No,
fight?
I think that it was I mean, Eubank was punching behind the head a lot, and actually, funnily enough, we had the referee in the locker room before, and you always, if you've got any concerns, you let them know. And our team said, we're concerned by the rabbit punches. We want to be able to fight on the inside, you know. But when the action's going to stop, when you get punched behind the head, probably should have taken a point. But I mean, like, you know, even with the scorecards, it wouldn't have made a difference, which is quite ridiculous. But you know, it's a fight, you know, and it was a fight till the end. So I don't say anything goes, but like, you know, they were hurting each other to the body, to the head. Eubank's legs went a couple of times. Conor got buzzed. In the 12th round, it's like, there's 2 minutes to go. And you just saw Conor on the ropes, and he'd just, like I said, take a gulp, and then he'd go. And it was just magical to watch.
Just 2 more quickly, Eddie. Just ahead of the fight, we've seen the scenes. Chris Eubank Sr. rocking up.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah. Did that have any effect on Conor, or did it change anything ahead of it?
I think it was a surprise to everyone. I mean, I'd heard some whispers, if I'm honest, and I don't know what made it happen. I've got an idea, but we'll keep the romance of the story. But I was glad he was there. I said in the build-up, like, he should be there. I mean, he should be proud of Junior pre-fight because of this. But post-fight, I mean, he should be. I hope he is, but he should be bursting with pride. You know, so it was amazing, like the scenes. I've never seen it. It was like, it was WWE but real. Yeah. You know, and it was just the storyline, the narrative. It was just perfect, and the fight delivered. That's what really matters. So often we see the hype, the narrative, the storyline, and we just don't get the product. Tonight we got the product, and we should thank Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr.
Well, final one then. You say we got the fight that was delivered. What's the chances then we see it again?
Look, His Excellency's already announced September back at Spurs. You know, we have an agreement for that second fight. We've got to have a think about it. You know, Conor's saying, I want revenge, I want this, and it's the biggest fight. I mean, it's massive. Yeah. But you don't want too many fights like that, and we're giving away advantage up here at 160. He's coming up 2 divisions, and, you know, I still stand by. No one's really said pre-fight, oh, is it safe for Conor? Is it, you know, everyone was worried about Eubank, and Eubank was fine. He messed up the weight because he was unprofessional. The hydration was fine for him. And he went 12 hard rounds in there tonight. Don't worry about him. I worry about my man. And I know that Conor Benn can win world titles in divisions below 160. He can sell out any arena in the country. He's one of the biggest, not just boxing stars in Britain, sports stars in Britain now, the story, everything. So he's got a long career ahead of him. Yeah. But I also understand the British public, and I know they're going to want to see number 2.
Thanks for your time, Matty.
Cheers, thanks, mate.